Hey everybody, Diamond Lord here, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. We are going to be I'm going to be doing a building tutorial of a medieval house, but like for a noble, so like what a noble who lived in medieval times would live in. Hopefully that makes sense, but let's get to it. So the first thing that you need to do is make a very large rectangle out of cobblestone. Now the rectangle needs to be the rectangle needs to be 10 by 20. So it is 10 blocks wide and 20 blocks long. And sorry that I keep going back to count it. But yeah. So yeah, make that rectangle. And then rise it up about 5 or 6 blocks, 4 or 5, somewhere around that range. You can decide how high you want to rise it up. But yeah, so now what you're gonna do is make a tower that's in front. And what I'm about to do, it's kind of hard to explain. You can kind of just follow what I do. You do 2 diagonal, then that, and then you connect them up in the top. And you can do the corners as well like that. So yeah. So then what you need to do is rise it up about 15 blocks. Now this depends on how high you made the other one. It kind of just, it needs to be good. Now I'm doing this, I'm taking off blocks, I'm adding blocks, but eventually it does end up as 15 blocks. So yeah, sorry about that. It's kind of weird. I'm kind of winging this, but then you rise it up like that. So now we're going to do the framing. Again, I'm making mistakes with the height, but it is 10 blocks up. You're rising it up 10 blocks. And then, yeah, so you rise it up 10 blocks in each of the corners, and then use oak wood, by the way, duh. And then, start to connect it, and then, so just connect it in between each one, and then, yeah, kind of running out of things to say, this is dumb, but yeah, as I said before, I'm kind of messed it up, but yeah, it's 10 blocks, and then if you want to, if this looks weird to you, you don't have to, but you can bring it out, in the front, so it meets with the tower. So now I've actually decided in this process of me building it to change the tower. Right now as I'm speaking, I'm doing this after I've recorded these shots. But yeah, I'm deciding to completely change the tower. So what I said earlier is useless. But what you do is, so yeah. So what you do is you do three diagonal 1, and then another 3. That might be a little bit confusing, but just like, I changed it so it'd make the tower more, circular. But now what you do is you fill in the frame above the thing with dark oak, and then what you do is you're going to rise up this about 7 blocks. I think I ended up as 9. Yeah, I'm adding on 2 blocks here. But yeah, rise that up 9 blocks so it kind of looks like a quarter of the rest of the cobblestone part of it. So then, yeah, so then it should look like that. So then you're going to do, you're going to watch me mess up on commands. Then you're going to add an overhang with that and start to rise it up on each side. So that probably doesn't make any sense me saying it, but you watching, it'll probably make more sense. So just rise it up like that, basically. And those stairs in the corners, on the corner sides, I decided not to rise them up at all. They're just going to be there, but in the end, it'll look a lot better. So just rise it up, and you can use an upside-down staircase to place the next level of the stairs. So just keep doing that, and at some point it's gonna the levels are going to start to collide like they're doing here. Hold on. Yeah, like they're doing there. So what you're going to do there, you're going to fall down. Then you're going to fill it in with spruce planks. And then you're going to need to fill in just those little holes with spruce again, so that it obviously doesn't look weird. And then you can take some slabs and or first of all, you gotta make that dark oak there spruce, and then because then it'll kind of just look more bleh. Then you can take a spruce slab and rise up the roof a little bit, like cover the top and then add that. And yeah, so that's the roof on the tower. So now we're gonna start on the roof for the main part of the house. So what you need to do is first you're going to create an overhang with spruce. All the roofs here, by the way, are made of spruce. So you create an overhang made out of spruce, and then you can just cut it off when you reach the tower. But create an overhang made out of spruce, and then I am starting to rise it up on the width side of it. That is wrong. Later, I'm going to change that. You're not going to see that, unfortunately, because I had some technical difficulties with the camera and my dad running around the house like a madman. But anyway, you actually start to rise it up, as you can see, on the long side, if that makes sense. Because if you did it on the short side, then it would look really, really weird. But now, that is going to be the end of part 1. There's going to be a part 2 because I couldn't cover everything you need in this video. So there's going to be detailing and other stuff like that in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then leave a like and subscribe, and bye.